A few days later, we're seeing Paul posting on his Instagram, watch this space, 7 p.m, something along those lines. And I'm thinking, what did this guy go and do? Automatically, I just said, it's not him that's gonna go and do something stupid. I just know because he didn't move or do anything without us. So I know he hasn't found balls to go and do something now. So we're all anticipating 7 p.m, 7 p.m. 7 p.m. comes now, and obviously, Sorry I'm late. Sorry, I better put my bag.
Put it on my head.
Oh. Okay, cool. Sorry. Thanks, girl. Are you not ready for me though? Like, do you know what I mean?
No, we're just sitting here.
Oh, sorry. All right. Let's go. I actually can't believe I'm back on camera. Like, that's crazy. I'm excited. Welcome to the Dose of Debs. No, I'm joking. Sorry. So, welcome to Dose of Debs. This is not what we rehearsed, so I don't know why I'm doing what they didn't ask me to do. All right, guys. So today I'm going to be getting my makeup done by the lovely Sienna Artistry. Woo, 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 woo.
Hi.
Yes, while I tell you guys some tea, some story times, and all that jazz. So, girl, what makeup look are we doing today?
Today we're doing a purple pink passion glam.
Okay.
We're going for pink glossy lips.
Thank you.
Shimmer on the lids, and yeah.
So basically enhancing the beauty that I have already.
Enhancing the beauty.
And that's on period. Thank you.
Period.
Today, I'm going to tell you guys about all the facts and the tea behind Blue Therapy. I know you guys are actually probably thinking like, how did it actually go down? What actually happened? Who was involved? Like, was it actually real? I'm going to be telling you guys all the tea. There's some stuff that I actually cannot mention, but there's other stuff that I'm gonna let you guys in on. So I had been working with like Trend Central and Project Gorilla. The director came to me and was like, I've got this concept that I want to do, and it involves like couples and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, cool. That sounds good. Some of you may or may not know, but I actually work in production. Before I actually featured in the show, I was working behind the scenes on Blue Therapy. So the director came to me and basically explained that he wanted to do a show based on couples and stuff like that. And then I was like, okay, cool. So I was working behind the scenes on like casting and stuff like that. One of the couples was already sorted. So that was obviously Paul and Chioma. My role was to basically cast the final couple and obviously develop the show with the director. Cool, so we'd done the casting now. We were all happy with, you know, who we had decided to pick. 7 days before it's time to shoot, the couple drop out. So then the director was like to me, okay, well, Deborah, you might as well do the show because like you've been working on this for a couple of months now, like you know the stories that we're trying to develop and the people that we're trying to relate to and stuff like that. And then I was just like, okay, cool, might as well. I was seeing someone at the time, but I thought like, how the hell, why me? Like I'm there working behind the scenes. How the hell am I gonna tell this guy that I'm seeing, who I haven't even met just yet, that we're going on like a couples therapy show, do you know what I mean? Anyways, after some days of like thinking and talking to my family, I decided to do it. It was kind of tricky because, you know, I was producing, like working with the other couple, but then also having to like produce and support and like work on my story and the development of that. Anyway, cool. Finally agreed and said that I'm gonna do it. So I finally met up with the person that I was seeing at the time. When we started talking, he told me that he was 5'11", and then when we finally met, like, I'm sorry, I'm 5'6". I got out of my car, bro, where eye level, my guy. Like, I'm so confused.
Hello. Hi, guys.
So I was just like, okay, cool. But anyways, I'm like, we have a show that we have to do, so I'm just gonna have to accept it. And you're the person I'm seeing at the time. I'm not trying to do it with someone who I don't know, do you know what I mean? Or like a person that's a stranger to me. So because of the show, we really had to like speed up all the things that normal couples would do and take their time. We had to speed it up. So I literally will speak to Jamel every single day without fail. Like, we'll fall asleep on the phone to each other and stuff like that. I'm a hardhead, so I wasn't catching feelings, but some nights, within those 10 days of like getting to know each other just before we were shooting, he was really saying a lot of things that just made me think like, everybody should calm down. This is not Love Island. Everybody should just relax themselves. Do you understand? Anyways, the first shoot day comes. We got Paul and Chioma. They're doing their thing. I'm producing. This is the first time that I'm meeting Paul, and I'm thinking, all right, cool. He's a calm guy, you know, a bit on the shorter side, but I'm not judging anybody. Because me, my own partner is short too, so we move. Paul's doing his thing. I'm liking it. We worked on the story. We developed it. Cool. I think on that day, Jamel came as well, you know. And there, yeah, we were getting cozy. I was even sitting on his lap, like, do you know what I mean, building up for our day, our own shoot day the next day. Paul was so excited that the night before, he actually cooked for us and brought us basically lunch to eat. He was so upset because none of us ate that food. And I'm sorry, like, I don't eat man's food, like, unless you're one big chef like this, I'm not trying to eat man's food. So he was upset that we didn't eat it, but that was a minor.
I'm not eating that.
But he was a really lovely person. Like, I was surprised that he literally cooked for the whole team. Like, you're talking of a crew of 10 people plus, and he cooked for us. Cool, so we'd finished that shoot day, and it's funny because that night, the director's Range Rover was stolen. I will never, ever forget that day. I mean, he's got a new one now, it's white. When we discovered his car was stolen, one, I knew that this show was gonna be a success because when bad things happen, I'm a big believer that big things are coming. We literally had been shooting for like 12 hours plus. We came outside and we wanted to basically put the equipment, load the equipment in the director's car because we had another day of shooting and we literally could not find it. Like, the car was literally stolen. I actually couldn't believe it. I will never, ever forget that day. After like a really successful shoot day, and obviously that happened, we were all quite like, not really happy, but we were all basically waiting for the call to see if the director was gonna say that we are gonna shoot for the next day, which we were so happy that he did because after a really successful shoot day the day before, I was excited to get in the seat and do my damage. So me and Jamel, we did our thing, like, it was a really good day, like everything was chilled. There was no issue, no qualms, no nothing. So then it's time for the show to come out. Obviously at this stage, we're all basically a family now because we put our blood, sweat and our tears into this. We were constantly checking up on each other, speaking to each other because obviously we've put some of our business out there and more. Blue Therapy comes out and episode 1 comes out and it's doing a madness online. My phone is popping off. Like, I've never had so many notifications in my life.
Don't you think it's a bit practical to kind of consider that your partner may be coming home? But wait, this is for you, Denise. Do you think that, you know?
I can understand what you're saying, and there does seem to be a few hours to spare. However...
No, don't do it. Tell her that.
No, I'm not here to tell anyone, just so you understand. I'm here to listen.
You just agreed with what I said.
No, it's not a case of agreeing. I said I understand.
No, shoot.
Like, I close my phone and my followers are going up like every minute. Like, I'm seeing 50, 100, 500, 1,000 people following me in one day because of one show like this. I promise you, the reception that we got was not what we were expecting at all. And this is where the madness begins. So this is when the real psychos of this world were revealed. Like I said, me and Paul had developed a relationship because we'd obviously worked together on this project. I don't know how this happened, but Paul started doing daily calls to my phone. Daily. Paul established this thing where he wanted to call me every single day. Because I don't know, maybe he was anxious or I don't know what was going on, but he'll call me and then he'll just be like, online? They're calling me? No, because I want to show them that. And he wouldn't even finish his sentence and I'm thinking like, wait, but what are you trying to say here? I'm confused. And that's literally the conversation that we'll continue to have every single day. He actually kept doing the same thing with the director. Sorry, I keep saying the director, but the director is Andy. Anyways, cool. So every single episode, Paul will call us now. He'll keep us on the phone for 1 hour, 2 hours. And it's like, even got to the point where I knew that when Blue Therapy was coming out, Paul was calling my phone. I had to even put it on D&D because it's actually getting too much. Like I said, we established a relationship. Like, I would help him with like his marketing, how he wants to market himself and stuff like that. And we all actually did that across the entire team. So it now came to the time where Blue Therapy, I don't even know how many times I can say, like, it just skyrocketed. And Andy said that, all right, cool guys, I want to do a reunion because we didn't actually plan on doing a reunion. So obviously Paul had not been on TV before, so the attention that he was getting was a lot for him, and I think that's why he would call us every single day just to talk through what was going on. And know there'll be times where he will be like thanking us for the opportunity, and there were a lot of publications and like blog pages that were reaching out to him, and he literally wanted to go on everything. We had to say like, wheel it in, like you need to have some exclusivity, but we really supported him to make sure that he was the Mr. Paul Bridges that he portrayed, although we knew the real him behind the scenes, the web developer or website, WordPress, do you know what I mean? Moving things around, small. Anyways, now comes for the reunion time. Everybody's excited because we didn't expect to do reunion. So Andy was like, okay, cool. So let's put a paywall behind the reunion because we didn't know how amazing Blue Therapy on YouTube was going to do. So we said, all right, cool. Let's put a paywall behind that. Let's charge people to watch the reunion. How nice of him. Your hard work should be rewarded. So he was like, all right, cool, guys. I'm going to do a percentage split. No, this is funny. I'm just casting my mind back to that time because, anyways, cool. So we all had our individual calls with the business manager and Andy. Deborah got her percentage, you know, I balanced that one. As a producer and talent on the show, I balanced my percentage. I didn't argue, I was happy with it, yeah? Cool. Chioma, she got her percentage, she had a separate call. Everybody was happy. Then Jamel, humble guy, he took his percentage. And all the other crew members, everybody took their percentage. It now came to Paul's time to now have his chat about his percentage. First of all, Paul brought on the call a lawyer. I'm very confused. Because all this time from week 1, 2, 3, and 4, you were calling myself and Andy freely, no lawyer on the phone. Oh, whose live should I go on now? Jumping off and on 3 shots of fucking tequila, bro. Are you all right? You now want to bring a lawyer? Cool. This guy is mad. In conclusion, he wasn't happy with the percentage that he was given. Bearing in mind, he wasn't even communicating with Andy when he was having this conversation. It was his business manager, lawyer, sister, I'm not sure who even got to come and get on that chat, that was talking. So in the end, Andy was like, no, you're not getting the bigger percentage. Because in his head, he said that he was the star of the show and he made the show.
Who said that? Who said that? Who said that?
I'm confused. So, Paul, you were in a relationship by yourself. I'm confused. Is it your idea? Like, why are you trying to take a bulk of, do you know what I mean? It's not really making sense. So Andy was like, you're not getting that percentage. It's either you take what you're given or not. And let's film this reunion. Paul, being the new Paul, Mr. Bridges, now said that he doesn't want to take that percentage, and so the reunion's not happening. Andy called the cast and said that the reunion's not happening. And the only reason is because in his mind, he knew that he wanted it to be all the cast members. Like, why would we go and do the reunion if it's not the whole cast? Like, every single person played a part. It wasn't the Paul show. It was Paul and Chioma, Deborah and Jamel. Everybody played a part. So initially, Andy was like, no, I'm not doing it. Cool. This was like on like a Tuesday. Andy calls everybody's phone on Friday and it's like, fuck it, let's do it. And he wanted to film the next day. So the way we were running around, jumping. Obviously, in the group chat, Andy had said that we're not doing the reunion. So Paul didn't know that we were going to go ahead and do it because he called us individually to say that we're going to do the reunion. So in Paul's mind, he didn't know. I have a relationship with this guy. I've established it since we filmed up until this point. So I went ahead and I went to go call him. I was really annoyed that I had to even call him, but I went to go call him and I literally was begging him on the phone, like, no, like, there's a bigger picture. Like, we are a team. We've been a team since. And he was like, not hearing it, like doing the Blue Therapy Paul voice, like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. Andy, if it wasn't for me, there won't be a show. He was literally talking the most smack. Bearing in mind, this guy even knew Andy before he even came on the show. You would have never even been on any platform if it wasn't for Andy, Trend Central, the team. So all this weird talk that you're doing is very strange right now. But anyways, cool. In the end, we decided to go ahead and do the reunion without Paul. Obviously, if you watch the reunion, you know that Chioma was ripping into his head, revealing his true finances, his true humble status as WordPress movement maker. Do you understand? In Paul's head, we were not filming the reunion after like a few of us had called him, and he was actually he was happy and content that because of him, Andy had said that we're not going to go ahead and do the reunion. And for me, that's actually very sick and selfish and self-centered. For somebody that was bringing us mac and cheese on day one to now hear you're happy that we're not doing a reunion because of you, like, it's a bit confusing. Anyways, on the last episode of Blue Therapy, we all decided to gather at Andy's house and watch the last episode together. Obviously, Paul didn't know that the reunion was coming. So we all watched the final episode. Everybody gathered, like the whole of the cast members, some of the crew and like friends. And there was also about 50,000 people on the live who were watching the show because we premiered it live, the final episode, and nobody knew that there was like a reunion coming, including Paul. So the final episode finishes and the reunion comes up on the screen and everybody's just there silent. So Paul, he's adjusted in his seat like, okay. And we're all there watching and we're thinking it's about to be a madness because his face is actually killing me. Please, do we have video of Paul's face so I can laugh again?
You've been watching these couples, you've loved them, you're invested in their relationship, you see Denise giving her advice and you want to know what happens with them. We have the answers to your questions.
The way everybody was recorded that day, it was too funny. I think we all watched it in silence. He didn't say anything. He was just making noise like, oh, okay. The noises that Paul be making. So we watched the reunion and it was when we finished and closed the episode, he stood up and came to come and do display for everybody. Paul started clapping his hand. He said, well done. He clapped his hand for everybody. Paul got up and he wanted to come and do one big speech for the whole of everybody that was in the room. At this point, Paul and Chioma absolutely despise each other. There's nothing that can bring them together or make them talk. The upset and the distraught that was in his face and the shockness that was in his face. Is shockness a word? The shock that was in his face. I was so happy. Anyways, so he started giving one speech like this, saying that, you know, trying to like remix the story. And we were like, no, you said you didn't want to do the reunion because apparently you made the show and you wanted one big amount like this. So Paul stood up, he gave his speech and everyone was just looking at him like, sit down, bro. Like the show's done now, reunion's done, like it's lock off. Whilst Paul was giving his speech, him and Chioma got into like a little back and forth and they were going back and forth. And then we were all chiming in there just to remind him of the rubbish that he was doing when he was saying he didn't want to do a reunion and when he was doing Guy. So anyways, after that, he just kind of humbled himself. He just sat down and he started having like side conversations with all of us. Like he'll be pulling us to the balcony. He pulled me to the balcony, pulled Jamel, just pulled Andy, pulled like the whole crew and was just kind of like apologizing for not doing the reunion and stuff. So Paul calls everybody back in the room. He's given everyone a public apology. We all walked away thinking that all is calm, like everybody's just gonna go about their business, you know, we'll continue to still support each other. You know, they were calling us to do like interviews together, like red carpets together. Then, a few days later, we're seeing Paul posting on his Instagram, watch this space, 7 p.m, something along those lines. And I'm thinking, what did this guy go and do? Automatically, I just said, it's not him that's gonna go and do something stupid. I just know because he didn't move or do anything without us. So I know he hasn't found balls to go and do something now. So we're all anticipating 7 p.m. 7 p.m. comes now and obviously Paul's put out one long video like this to say that Blue Therapy is fake. In my mind, I'm like, okay, this is interesting. It's very strange that Paul decided to do this because we all agreed as a team, as talent, to keep it ambiguous on how the show was produced. So the fact that he's gone and done this is really not making sense. His aim was to sabotage what we had going on because he didn't make any money from the show, he wasn't in the reunion, and the truth about his finances was revealed by Chioma. The only thing that was fake was his suit. Because Paul doesn't actually wear a suit. If it wasn't for us, Paul would not be wearing that suit. Like, we literally gave Paul the character that he embodied and displayed on the show. So the fact that you're going around wearing suit, putting suit in comments and doing whatever you're doing, it's like, it's not even your character, do you know what I mean? And I find it strange that till this day, 3 years on, you've been able to maintain a character that's not even your own. If you're gonna try and throw us under the bus or do whatever madness, go back to the original Paul. Don't come and now be taking what we have poured into you and developed you to be, because that's what we did as a team. This suit thing is beyond me. Like, imagine Spider-Man finishing filming. We finished watching Spider-Man, but we still see him 3 years later in the suit, going around doing this in the middle of the road. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Just take off the suit. It's not you. Oh, too funny. This guy, yeah, will actually go into Mayfair and pretend that he's coming back from his office and just take one random picture like that. One time I remember he called me, he was at the cafe, and he even saw one weird guy like this. I'm not going to name his name, but even this weird guy even called me. I was so gassed to be with Paul. But anyways, he even saw one weird guy, and they were both just sitting there pretending that they even owned that Mayfair place. Crazy, man. I have to give it to him. We had so many plans for Paul. Like, we had so many side shows that we were going to, like, develop for him and stuff like that. But he really fucked up because he didn't have patience. He didn't see the vision. All for 1-2% like this. After he actually put that video out, the views actually went much higher. And we got more views, more recognition. And the show actually, we ended up selling the show to Channel 4. Your plans didn't work. Sorry, not sorry. Period. That feels nice. What is that?
It's Diana Artistry. It's my brand.
Ooh, I love it.
It's called Naked, nude lip gloss.
Very nice. Moral of the story is don't block your blessings and don't burn bridges, Mr. Paul Bridges. Wow, I look good.
Honestly.
This is so cute.
look
You did
beautiful.
so well.
Thank you.
Oh.
The eyes are actually given. Love the lips. Oh, beautiful.
Oh, I love it. Okay,
You're
cool.
welcome.
Okay, guys, so this is the final look. Thank you. All right, guys, so I am going to be back weekly with some more story times. I have got stories for days. I'm going to tell you about my stories, other people's stories, and we're just going to have some fun, and that's on period. For the next episode, I'm going to be taking calls. Hi, Darius. How you doing?
It kind of dawned on me and it got a bit crazy when his son called me dad.
Oh, my. Do you know what? I can't do this. Sorry.
He's got another 2 years left.
Sorry, what?
What's the problem?
You mean to tell me you've been eating food from next man?
The food is banging. When I say it's fried chicken with gravy and some rice and peas.
Where did you not find these people? I'm confused. So if you want to call in and share your dilemmas, I'm going to be there to support you and give you the real advice. I ain't going to sugarcoat nothing. Sorry.